Back in a time when Capcom dominated the world of licensed Disney games, only a few Disney-related games not made by them were made, on the Nintendo consoles at least. The Lion King comes to mind, and also this game, Donald Duck no Mahou no Boushi. The game begins with Donald and Daisy out on a walk, when Daisy sees a hat in a shop window and wants Donald to buy it for her. Donald, however, can't afford it, so he needs to work for his money. Then you can take up to 4 jobs in order to collect the money, and when you get to $300, the game moves on, which leaves some replay value in there if you want to play again. The jobs are working as a paperboy, washing windows while avoiding baseballs and flower pots thrown at you, rescuing a bird for Grandma which has been taken to Pete's house, which leads to kind of a stealth section, where you have to rescue the bird while being as quiet as possible. And the final job is participating in an obstacle course at Goofy's circus. After the money is collected, Donald is frustrated to find that the hat has been sold. But then a strange old man comes up to him and asks him to ring the bell at the clock tower to dispel ghosts. A bit of a turn there, but it doesn't compare to what comes next. The old man is actually a magic hat, the magic hat, infused with the spirit of a king from another world. He asks for Donald's help in taking back his kingdom for him, and promises Donald that other hat in return. Before Donald has time to say something vulgar in duck speak, you're whisked off to said another world, where the game changes from a collection of minigames to a more regular action platformer. And after a short stage in a village, you're presented with 4 levels to beat before taking on the floating castle in the sky where the villain resides. The 4 stages, like the 4 jobs before them, are all pretty diverse and unique. The forest stage rotates around and becomes a maze quickly. The ice stage is a foot race against the boss of the stage. The cliff stage has you jumping around on stone pillars and corks. And the cave, which has mirrors that teleport you around, and a transparent wall that you can jump in front of and behind. Donald can jump on enemies, and the magic hat is used as a cloak to make enemies ignore you, sort of like the statue in Super Mario Bros. 3. The game has a password system with 4 images, and I like how the game makes a sentence out of it to help you remember. The graphics sure are great. The animation, backgrounds and sprites all look good, and it uses things like lighting and rotation effects very well. Donald controls a little slow, but it's not too bad. The hit detection when trying to jump on enemies can be a bit off, however, which is a bit annoying, but at least you have plenty of health. Donald Duck no Mahou no Boushi is surprisingly good coming from a relatively unknown developer, and I'm impressed with how unique it is. But maybe it's a little too unique for its own good. I kinda wish that it would have chosen more clearly if it wanted to be a puzzle platformer or a pure action platformer instead of both. But I would rate this about the same as Magical Quest games or Quackshot on the Genesis. It's got some things that hold it back, but it's also a pretty good game overall, with great graphics and an impressive degree of creativity on display.